The phone wouldn't stop vibrating, a shrill, constant insistence. Unknown numbers, blocked calls, back to back every few seconds, as if the world itself was demanding I answer. I didn't. I just sat there at the dining table, staring at the glow of my laptop. My aunt's post still filled the screen. The photo burned into me like a scar. My mother, drink in hand, laughing with a glow I hadn't seen in years. The caption beneath it was harmless to anyone else. To me, it wasn't. Because beside her was her, the woman who had once been mine, hand brushing the sleeve of another man like it had belonged there forever. The screen lit again. Another message, this one from a name I hadn't seen in years. "We should talk. Before you find out from someone else." The words pulled the air out of my lungs. I didn't need to read more. I already knew the shape of it. Betrayal has a scent, familiar, metallic, suffocating. I remembered nights when she'd sworn she loved only me, sworn it with trembling hands clutching my shirt, with tears she claimed were truth. I had believed her. God, I had built my life on it. Now every word tasted like ash in my mouth. Her laugh, once my anchor, became evidence. Her absence, once explained as exhaustion, became patterns. Her silence at midnight, once forgiven, became strategy. I told no one. I asked no questions. I let her lips still press mine, let her body still curl against me at night. Outwardly, nothing changed, but inside, the fracture widened, a quiet denial rotting into certainty. I began with her phone, not by taking it, she guarded it well, but by watching. The way she turned it over on the table, the way she carried it even into the bathroom. Small tells, invisible to the blind, glaring to me. I waited. Patience was my weapon now. Next came the records. Discreet requests, numbers repeated too often, calls timed perfectly for when I was away. I remembered her perfume the night she came home late, different from her usual, lighter, clinging too long. I remembered how she avoided my eyes when I asked how her day was, forcing a laugh as if I were the fool. I wasn't. Blood test kits arrived in anonymous packages, DNA strips hidden beneath invoices. I collected strands of hair, a used glass. She never knew. Each action was surgical, precise. Detachment was my survival. And yet, every move I made, every step toward the inevitable truth, my chest burned. Not with rage, with restraint. Because I knew. When the truth came, it would not be hers to control. The envelope was thin, fragile, almost laughable given what it carried. I opened it slowly, hands steady. Words printed in clinical black and white. Percentages, probabilities, certainties. Undeniable. I folded it once, twice, slid it into my pocket. That evening, over dinner, I placed it between us on the table. No words, just the paper lying there like a loaded gun. Her eyes scanned it, lips trembling, color drained. Wait, I can explain. I said nothing. My silence was a blade sharper than any accusation. She reached for my hand. I let her fingers hover in the air, searching for a warmth I had already buried.
"I didn't mean for this," she choked. Still, I gave her nothing. No raised voice, no slammed fist. Just the quiet, merciless truth she had forged herself. "You knew," she whispered finally, realization cutting deeper than my silence. I nodded once, slow. The weight of it crushed her. Her tears came hot, frantic, desperate. Mine never did. Because revenge isn't fire, it's ice. And I had frozen long ago. I left her there, crumbled at the table, clutching a report that would never stop screaming. The house smelled of her perfume, but it no longer reached me. The photos on the wall showed a life that had already died. On the street outside, the night air cut clean through my chest. For the first time in years, I could breathe. She was once my everything. Now she was nothing but proof. I didn't need her to suffer loudly. Her silence would echo longer. And as I walked away, one truth settled in me like stone. Love dies. Betrayal doesn't.